Good morning. I'm Alderwoman JoCasta Zamarripa, and I want to welcome you to the 8th Aldermanic District. This past May, the city of Milwaukee passed unprecedented comprehensive policy regarding food trucks in our city. In that legislation, we created a Type 2 food truck zone to be implemented here on Burnham Street in the 8th Aldermanic District on Milwaukee's near south side. This would allow us to address the density of food trucks, in particular here in Burnham Park, where we were often seeing upwards of 10 food trucks, creating a public safety issue for neighbors and the children and families trying to patronize Burnham Park here, as well as the food trucks themselves. This Type 2 food truck zone on Burnham Street is historic in that it's not a ban of streets to our food trucks like has been done time and time again in the past. Our licensing division at the city opened up an application process for food truck operators to apply for a parking spot in this zone on Burnham Street. I am proud to announce that every food truck operator who applied for a spot did in fact receive a parking spot on Burnham Street. And this week, with the DPW, the Department of Public Works, installing the parking signs for our permitted trucks in the Type 2 food truck zone, it is officially up and running this week. Yes. In fact, for any press that want to watch, DPW does have an unveiling here. In just a moment, we'll unveil the official signs designating our food truck spots. But first, I want to congratulate our food truck owners who applied and received their spot in this food truck zone. And if you'll just allow me to read the list of our food trucks. Tacos El Charito, JC King Tortas, Mexicano Express, Taqueria La Bracita, El Pastorcita Mix, and Isa's Ice Cream are all parked adjacent to Burnham Park. And we have, last but not least, 2 more that are parked further down on Burnham Street on South 39th in Burnham. Taqueria Isabel and Birria La Tia Juana are both parked further west on 39th and Burnham, so please make sure to patronize them as well. We want to congratulate our food truck operators. Many of them are here with me today, and we want to wish them much success on this unprecedented, historic Type 2 food truck zone. I also have to thank the huge effort by the workers of the city of Milwaukee. This was a collaborative effort that would not have happened without the joint effort of all of these city workers. Thank you. Thank you so much to Mayor Cavalier Johnson and his office for all of their help and support, especially to his policy guru, Claire Zaki. I want to thank our licensing division, especially Jim Cooney and Fabiola Martinez, who's here with us. Today, they implemented the painstaking work of creating the zone's fair and equal application process. I want to thank Milwaukee Police Department, from Chief Norman and Heather Huff to the License Investigation Unit Sergeant Velasquez, Lieutenant Teal, who's downtown, and of course, the Near South Side's own District 2, Captain Paget, Officer Diener, who's here. One of our lieutenants is here, and his name just escaped me, but I want to thank them all so much for being a part of this. Our health department, Carly Haggerty, Tyler Weber, and the entire team, thank you for your passion and commitment to safety and your passion and commitment for food trucks. DPW, arguably one of my favorite departments, no offense. The Department of Public Works, Parking Enforcement, Tom Wozniak, Eldridge Hill, Anita, who I just met, all of you, your buy-in on this project, because they're gonna help us with enforcement, is paramount. Department of Public Works in general, Scott Reinbacher, and all of the workers who are here today who helped us get all of this identified and installed. The work is not done. They're still setting up the parking spots with the paint markings on the street. Thank you so much for helping me. And thank you for getting this podium and this microphone here. The tacos are on me as soon as we're done with this press conference. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And I also want to thank Milwaukee Rec, who runs the park here and who are gonna help us to keep that parking lot open. I'm gonna give them an earful because it's closed right now, but we want to make sure that parking lot is accessible. And also a big thank you to VIA Community Development Corp. Joanna Bouch, the executive director, is here with us. Safe and Sound Araceli Aravelo is here, who's their neighborhood safety coordinator. These two organizations help to lift up the voices of the neighbors who were imploring us for a solution to this issue here in Burnham Park. And last but not least, please, a big thank you to the neighbors here at Burnham Park for their patience and their persistence. So many of you were on all sides of this issue, and what we did was try to find a compromise. My hope is that this historic food truck zone will be a solution for all of us and will be successful for many years to come. And with that, I wanted to give anybody a chance to ask any questions before we unveil our first food truck zone parking signs. Questions from the press? Great. Well, with that then, we will unveil the first signs designating the parking spots for our food trucks in the Type 2 food truck zone. Okay, ready? Ready? Okay. 1, 2, 3.
I knew that was gonna happen.